Houlahan fired, cutting straight through the tension as eyes locked on Hegseth. Sparks erupted over his shocking statements about women in the military. The room went silent, every word dripping with controversy, and the showdown turned instantaneously explosive. This isn't just debate, it's a clash nobody saw coming, and you won't believe what happens next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I've been looking forward very much to our time together. My name is Chrissy Houlahan. In addition to representing a part of Pennsylvania, the 6th District, I also am a veteran. I come from a family of veterans and service members, and it's very deeply personal to me, this conversation that we're having, as I know it is to you as well. Over the last several days, I've had the opportunity to watch a bit of the hearings that you have testified at this week, and I can see and know that you have quite a bit to say. But since I only have 5 minutes, I'm going to try and focus my time on a concept that you talk about very frequently, and that is lethality. By definition, lethality simply means being capable of causing death. Secretary Hegseth, I have a couple of clarifying questions that I'd like very much to get through. So in the interest of time and efficiency, I would ask just simply for a yes or no from you for the answers to these questions in advance, and I thank you. So given that definition of lethality, would it be fair to say that both men and women are, generally speaking, capable of causing death?
It depends.
Yes or no, sir?
Depends on the context.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Are men and women capable of causing death?
It depends on the context.
Yes or no?
It depends on the context.
It's unbelievable to me that you can't come up with an answer whether or not a man or a woman can cause death. That's an obvious yes. Would it be fair to say that the U.S. military trains our soldiers in multiple ways to be capable of causing death, whether they are men or women?
That's a big part of our job.
Yes. Would it be fair to say that both men and women are capable of pulling a trigger of a rifle to cause death? Yes or no?
Sure.
And would it be fair to say that both men and women are capable of operating an unmanned combat drone or maybe pushing a button to launch a missile to cause death again? Yes or no?
I know what you're getting at, ma'am.
Yes?
But it is,
so lastly,
men and women
sir,
carry equipment differently,
lastly,
a 155 round
lastly,
differently,
sir,
a rucksack differently,
reclaiming
a 240
my
Bravo
time,
machine gun
I asked
differently.
about missiles and drones,
It is
sir.
the gentlelady's
Reclaiming
time.
my time. Reclaiming my time,
Ms. Pause.
sir.
It is the gentlelady's time.
Would it be fair, finally, to say that both men and women are capable of piloting a jet or a helicopter to combat people and to cause death as a consequence?
A lot of wonderful female pilots.
Yes or no? So while I agree with you that physical fitness, as you were mentioning, is a very strong and important component of lethality, the warfighter that you have written about in your books and talked about on various podcasts is but a very, very small piece of the overall lethality picture. In fact, we estimate only about 10% of our military personnel are directly involved in the kind of combat that you're referring to. Rather, 90%, that's the math, of our troops are doing other jobs that support and enable those 10%. So to put it simply, lethality cannot be measured solely by the damage that a 6'3", 225-pound Christian male with a rifle can do to the enemy anymore. Sure, I agree he's part of that solution, but it is an incomplete and at best very dangerous and very homogeneous description of that. Lethality is equal parts technical skills, tactical experience, cognitive problem solving, and physical fitness. It's not about one person, but it's about many. It's not about blue or red. It's not about liberal or conservative, Christian, Jewish, or agnostic. It's not about North and South. Here are some statements that you have said previously about women in service. This is 2024, sir, not when you were a 19-year-old. You have said that women are life givers, that dads push us to take risks, and that moms put the training wheels on our bikes, that we need moms, but not in the military. Secondly, you have said, I am straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles. It hasn't made us more effective, and it hasn't made us more lethal. With what's left of my time, sir, I will say to you that women have served our country for 200+ years in our militaries and in service and protection of our nation. They are watching you, what you do and what you say, and we deserve better from you. Women can and do serve with lethality today. We can and do all of the jobs that are required of us. Yes or no, do you believe military women should be in all roles in the military?
Women have joined our military in record numbers under this administration.
Should women be in all roles in the military?
Standards should be high and equal for
Yes
all
or
positions.
no, sir, we agree. Should they
Standards-
be in all roles in the
So
military?
my job is that
yes
10%
or no?
stays as
The moment Chrissy Houlahan stepped up to the microphone, the room felt like it was holding its breath. Every eye locked on Pete Hegseth, as if the outcome of the entire hearing hung on his next words. Her voice cut through the tension like a spotlight on a dark stage. Can you explain what you meant by your statements about women in the military? Do you truly believe they aren't fit for combat? That opening clash set off an electric chain reaction, the kind of moment where you can almost hear history watching. Every pause, every hesitation magnified, and every word weighed not just by those present, but by millions who would see this unfold online. Houlahan wasn't just questioning him. She was confronting an idea, challenging decades of assumptions, and shining a light on the lived experiences of women who risked their lives on the front lines, proving daily that courage, skill, and dedication aren't determined by gender. As the exchange continued, Hegseth attempted to navigate his past statements about women in combat roles, referencing podcasts and interviews where he had suggested physiological differences might make certain combat roles more challenging for women. But here, face to face, the human stakes were undeniable. Houlahan's words carried not just argument, but weight, the weight of history, service, and sacrifice, and it became clear that this was no ordinary questioning. Every slight shift in Hegseth's posture, every careful word, revealed the tension between defending one's prior statements and acknowledging the undeniable proof of women excelling in combat and leadership roles. This was more than a debate. It was a window into the collision of perception, policy, and reality, and the audience could feel the subtle drama in every syllable exchanged. The senator's questions sharpened the tension further, pressing Hegseth to clarify how his views aligned with the military's evolving standards and the lived realities of female service members. The room was a masterclass in high-stakes accountability, where language itself became a battlefield and every pause was scrutinized. Houlahan's unwavering stance acted like a mirror reflecting not just Hegseth's words, but the underlying culture and assumptions that have long shaped military policy. This wasn't about winning or losing a debate. It was about exposing truths, testing integrity, and forcing a public reckoning with beliefs that impact real people in real roles every single day. Beyond the verbal sparring, this moment highlighted a broader, deeper narrative. The struggle to balance tradition with fairness, assumptions with evidence, and opinion with lived experience. Hegseth's attempts to contextualize or clarify his statements showcase the tension inherent in leadership under scrutiny, where personal beliefs collide with institutional expectations and public accountability. For viewers, it was clear that this hearing was a microcosm of larger societal debates about equality, competence, and merit, revealing how deeply policies and statements can affect morale, identity, and trust within institutions like the military. Watching this unfold, it became impossible not to reflect on the bigger picture. Bravery and capability cannot be measured by gender, and leadership demands confronting uncomfortable truths while respecting the individuals who dedicate their lives to service. Houlahan's confrontation reminded everyone that real courage is about more than physical ability. It's about speaking up, holding others accountable, and challenging norms that may be outdated or unfair. For those watching, the drama was visceral, but the lesson was clear. Equality, recognition, and fairness in service are non-negotiable, and every statement from leaders carries weight far beyond the hearing room. At the end of the day, this confrontation was more than a headline. It was a narrative, a lesson, and an invitation to engage. It demanded attention, reflection, and dialogue from everyone watching, challenging assumptions and igniting conversations about who serves, how they serve, and how society values that service. For a reaction video, it's a goldmine. Every tense exchange, every subtle gesture, every word carries the energy and drama needed to hook viewers from start to finish, encouraging likes, shares, comments, and engagement. This is the kind of moment that doesn't just report news, it tells a story, sparks debate, and reminds audiences why paying attention matters.